Micah Parsons is the best edge player in the NFL. I mean, you can say T.J. Watt, you can say Myles Garrett, who I obviously have an argument, but Micah Parsons does things that those dudes are not capable of. He has a different twitch and a different type of capability than those two other players. I just think that Jerry is relishing messing with everybody's emotions. He's going to pay this dude. They probably already have a deal in place, to be honest with you.
So that's a hot take. That Jerry is just loving every second of this, right? And welcome to the barbecue where Rondé goes scorched earth. I mean, and like, it's fun to go scorched earth on the Cowboys, but like, are you sick of them? Are we sick of this?
I am a little bit sick of it because we know for a fact this dude is going to get paid, right? There's no way they would not pay Micah Parsons what he is worth. And I don't know what that looks like. There's tons of ways that you can structure a contract to make him the highest paid guy or whatever. But the reality is, if you're asking me, I think he's messing with everybody. I think they already have a contract in place. Drama sells. He'll be signed before next week, before the last preseason game. And you know why they'll sign before then? Because they truly don't want him to be a distraction once the regular season starts. They're going to pay him. Do they have cap problems? Yes, they got cap problems. They just paid CD and Dak. But the reality is they have enough money, and then Dak keeps moving money out in the signing bonus that gives cap room to the current year. They can pay Micah Parsons.
So you think there's literally this wink thing going on?
I think it's a wink right now.
So Jerry
he's fine not getting preseason reps right now, which he wouldn't be getting anyways.
So they're hanging out in Jerry Jones' big suite, kicking back with a couple of beers and just laughing at the world, thinking they think that we're not getting along.
They think we hate each other right now.
Right, exactly. But
I'm asking for a trade right now. JB, I need a trade right now. You need to give me more money. I'm out. Come on, JB.
The people on the fourth floor. We got to keep Rondé around. Look, the Micah Parsons thing is it fascinating, or is it just like inevitable that they just announce a deal and everything's kumbaya in Cowboy land?
To me, it's inevitable. I think this is a big play on everybody's emotions. Look, there's plenty of ways to structure a contract with him to make him, whatever you want to give him guaranteed to make him the highest paid guy. And to be honest with you, you talk to cap guys, the numbers that get reported and the numbers that actually are, it's all about perception. Like it's perception versus reality. And I think everybody in Micah's camp just wants the perception because he's gonna be a Cowboy. Let's be serious.
Okay, now time out.
He's not going anywhere.
Time out. It's my job to ask. People are like, what is JB doing on the Rondé Barber Show? It's the Rondé Barber Show. It's my job to ask Rondé interesting questions. Mm-hmm. And even though this one might live in fantasy land, I have to ask this question. And I'm going to ask this question 3 times because, yes, to Rondé's point, we're talking about the contract disputes now for Micah Parsons, Trey Hendrickson, and Terry McLaurin. So I'm going to ask this question to Rondé.
Yes.
Is there any scenario, any way, shape, or form where Micah is traded, and of all teams he gets traded to, he is traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No chance. No chance. Because then we'd have to pay him. Right.
We'd
have to pay.
Now, can we just live in fantasy land for a second? Because that would be pretty sweet.
You know what? You know why it wouldn't work? He's too young. He's on the what is he on the? He's still on his rookie contract, right? They have the 5th-year option, which gives Dallas control through 2026, technically, right? But he's still young. You can't trade for this guy. You got it. You're committing yourself to money, so much money down the road.
Yeah.
Now the guy you could trade for, Jason Light, Trey Hendrickson. I mean, he's 30 years old. I'd be okay looking at this dude saying he'd be great in a different color orange, a lighter orange that we wear a couple times a year.
A creamsicle orange.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And pewter and red every other Sunday. Yes. Trey Hendrickson's deal. Now this one's to me is the craziest one because he signed with the Bengals in 2021. He's been to 4 straight Pro Bowls. He's got 57 sacks, including NFL best 17 and a half last year. And he's only making $21 million. Now you say $21 million is a lot of money. I think the top of the market is at least $10 million more than that. Rhett, you can confirm that for me. Yeah, maybe over 40, right? He's the 13th highest paid defensive end or edge guy in the NFL. Like, I don't know what Cincinnati's doing right now. They need to pay this man. And if he doesn't, he should get traded. Not Yes, that's right. TJ Watt makes $41 million. Thanks you for confirming that. So $20 million more on average per year for a guy who had less sacks than Trey Hendrickson did last year. Now, he has an argument. Now, the 30-year-old thing is where people are probably hedging.
Right.
But, look, dude, Cam Hayward for the Steelers is 36 years old and just had an all-pro year and is looking, Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan in the face and saying, hey, dude, I need to be the highest paid, at least one of the highest paid defensive tackles in football, or I'm not playing. We get to talk about that this weekend when we go up to Pittsburgh for the preseason game on WFLA. Make sure you pay attention. We'll be talking about that. But Trey Hendrickson, I absolutely think needs to get paid or traded, and I would not hate if he maybe came to Tampa.
Okay, so I wonder.
We don't have the money. We don't have the money.
Right.
I'm pie in the sky right now. Wishful thinking because I know we need edge players badly.
And to be fair, if Jason Light were on the show, and by the way, he's been on the show. He was on the very first Rondé Barber show right before the NFL draft. Because we got the hookups. Or no, I'm sorry, Rondé's got the hookups. Jason Light, if
you got the hookups with me though.
Man, I got the hookups with you. And then you got the hookups with everybody else who's just, got Rondé on speed dial. But if Jason Light were on the show, I think he would be like, hey, guys, I got Hassan Reddick. Yes. Can I get a little credit here? I mean, you want Trey Hendrickson too? And then, of course, us as Bucs fans were like, we want.
I mean, I like Yaya's got a great pressure rate and like quarterback hit rate, but he's got 4.5 sacks. Like the number one drive killing stat in the NFL is sacks. Mm-hmm. Like the number of drives that have a sack attached to it that end up in scoring, I think it's like in the teens that turn into points. Sacks are so obviously turnovers are number one, takeaways are number one on defense, but sacks are so impactful, and we just haven't been there in the past couple of years. Obviously, I agree with you. I think Hassan Reddick is going to be an enormous addition to our edge pressure. He's just too athletic to not be. I think he's put last year's ordeals with the Jets behind him, and he is gung-ho. 1-year deal, ready to perform. The last guy that we had a 1-year deal as edge player that had a prove-it deal was Simeon Rice. And Simeon balled out and got paid, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Hassan Reddick this year. All right, last one.
So hold on. Let's recap, though, because the portion, this is the segment of the show that we call, it's called Dr. Rondé, where Rondé fixes problems for us. So, Red, I'm going to ask you to go back to Micah Parsons for a second. We're gonna do this the right way. So, Dr. Rondé, Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys, your prediction on this situation is?
He's signed in probably 8 days. And
8 days.
8 days. Highest paid defensive end edge player in NFL history. And I don't know what the real numbers will be, but it'll look more than the 41 per year that TJ Watt's getting.
Ooh. Maybe it's always like $1 more, right? They always just do it just to get above. Right above.
Micah is in the doctor's office right now getting, whatever ails him, shots, pills, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He's going to walk out feeling like a new man here really soon.
Dr. Rondé is in. All right, so Micah Parsons stays with Dallas, according to Dr. Rondé. Mm-hmm. Dr. Rondé, so Trey Hendrickson, the Cincinnati Bengals, your prediction on this contract
They don't pay anybody. It's a struggle.
I mean, they paid Jamar Chase.
Hold on. So they paid Burrow, they paid Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
That's right.
Which means this team that is reticent to dole out money anyways is not going to do it for a 30-year-old defensive end. He's going to get traded somewhere. And that's my take.
The Bucs are no. I mean, that would be really cool. Let's if it's not the Bucs, let's keep him out of the NFC South because that's just
better not go to Carolina. Yeah, like it would be useless to go to the Saints. He's not doing that. And Atlanta just drafted two edge rushers. He's probably not. So we're safe. The NFC South is safe.
I would very much hope so. But this one actually is to me fascinating. I'm curious how this one shakes out. But yeah, let's bring in the third one because the third one is with a team that's near and dear to your heart.
Yes.
The Washington Commanders.
Absolutely. This one's paining me because you know this, JB. I'm a secret undercover.
It's not so
enormous Washington fan. Just can't help myself.
And they are relevant.
They're so relevant.
So
long since they've been really. Although they did almost beat the Bucs our Super Bowl year with Tom Brady, which was crazy.
Yeah.
But yes, they are back to relevant. Obviously the most exciting rookie quarterback we've seen in a long, long time in Jaden Daniels last year, Terry McLaurin is paramount. Yes, they have Deebo Samuel, but Terry McLaurin is the reason why this team succeeds. He is like sneaky one of the top, to me, 10 receivers in football, right? The problem with Terry right now is that he, like Trey, is nearly 30 years old, and he signed a contract a couple of years ago, and it's been like light speeded past by like the DK money, the Chase and Higgins money that just got signed, and he wants to be appropriately compensated. And to me, he should be appropriately compensated. And Washington is not; they're not dumb. They absolutely understand that this guy is essential to Jaden Daniels' development. He's been a loyal, soldier, if you will, to this franchise, and all he does is go out and perform. So I don't see any reason why Adam Peters doesn't get this deal done. He's holding in, so he's there. He's not like he's holding out. He's not like he's not around. He's holding in. I bet you this deal gets done sooner rather than later.
Trying to, because now you point to the Cowboys. All right, look, you paid Dak, and you paid. You paid CD, right? And you've paid your guys. With the Bengals, you've paid Jamar Chase, you've paid T. Higgins, you've paid Joe Burrow.
Right.
With the Commanders, who is the top earner on their roster?
Not only that, they have a rookie quarterback. They're not paying the quarterback.
They're on a rookie deal for the QB.
They're not paying the quarterback. That's the only. You start there. Just start there. When you're not paying the quarterback $60 million when Jaden gets his comeuppance, it's going to be probably 65 or 70 at that point, right? You're not paying that right now. There's nobody else that is holding up their dollars. I think the holdup is how do you evaluate what you pay him because he's almost 30 years old. That's where they're stuck. Like, how much do we pay a guy that's going to – because 30 years old in wide receiver terms is like the line of demarcation. It's like when GMs and personnel people say, he's probably had the better of his years. If you're going to pay him, you're not going to give him top money. The last guy that got top money at 30 was Cooper Kupp. And the Rams ended up wanting out of that deal 2 years later. Not because Cooper Kupp necessarily fell off, because he got to be 30, 31, 32. He was injured, and now he's no longer in the Rams on a deal that he signed that he had 3 years left on. He's in Seattle now. So it's always like a tough conversation to have at 30 with the wide receiver. But I still think this deal gets done.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here in just a second to get your prediction on this. But just to finish up that note, Washington Commanders, their top 3 contracts right now, they really don't have those massive money deals. But it's believe it or not, it's Laramie Tunsil. Obviously, one of the solid tackles in the league, right? Deron Payne, and then would you believe it or not, Marshawn Lattimore is one of the top contracts.
Just trade, right, because they traded for him last year from New Orleans.
So, Scary Terry. Look, what your prediction is what?
That this deal gets done. They sign him just below the number of DK, Higgins, and there's, he's not getting anywhere near Chase money.
And I'm not even going to ask you the most ridiculous question if he could end up on the Bucs, because let's face it, the wide receiver room they've run out of chairs in the wide receiver room with the Bucs.
Hey, dude, we got Ryan Miller. Did you see Ryan Miller playing a preseason last week?
Amen.
We're good, dude.
Amen. Where's hold on, that's the wrong. I got so excited. I got so excited to hit the wrong button.
That was a lot of me.
All right. Applause button for Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Because it's Miller time again.
Yes.
And
I love
can we bring that back? Can we bring back Miller time?
I love Ryan Miller. Different Miller, not Scotty Miller. Ryan Miller. I thought he was a stud last week. Got knocked out, came back in the game. Not knocked out. I kid. He got evaluated for concussion, came back in the game. Dude was awesome.